All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog in the trash life. All right, I'm here. I do it every single day. I'm full time. Been in business for about going on 3 years and whatnot. A lot of you guys have been subscribing and hitting me up, calling me, messaging me for advice and things like that. I really appreciate it. But once again, I want to let everyone know I'm not a coach. I'm not a marketer. I'm no expert in anything. I mean, I'm just living my life, doing what I love. I built this business from almost nothing, and I just kept on putting in the hard, long work. And then, here I am 2.5, 3 years later. I was finally able to, save up enough money and buy into the roll-off dumpster business and start that up, and it's doing pretty well. So as far as the calls and everything like that, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Like, honestly, it's awesome. But I know some of you guys are really new to this and you're young and you want to get it fast, okay? And you see my success, and this didn't happen overnight, all right? It took me, again, I was working a job for almost over 2 years. Been working jobs for 2.5 years. And this is my first year full time in my business. Other than that, I was always working a job. I worked an oil field job, I got fired. I worked a warehouse job, and then I ended up quitting that job over a year ago, or about to be a year ago, and went all in. But a lot of ups and downs in this business, okay? And one of the calls that I got, one of the guys was asking me, he's been in business for several years, and he was, he realizes that, in junk removal, we're not booked out. We're always on our toes. You're always going to be on your toes. You're always going to be out trying to market, try to get customers, land jobs. And you're always going to be on your toes, always, always, always. And that's the trash life, okay? Like, we're called when we're needed. It's like an on-call type basis when it comes to junk removal. You'll hardly ever be more than 2 weeks booked out. For the most cases, you'll be a couple days out, maybe a week max. And for anyone else that says different and all you're doing is junk removal, I don't know. Let me know how you do it, okay? But for the most part, for the standards from what I've seen, that's just how this industry works, the junk removal. That's why I got into dumpster rental business, because my junk removal was making a good amount of money, and I knew I wanted to invest in something so I could start hiring employees. But in order to start hiring employees, I needed to be able to provide them with stable jobs, okay, with stable income. In junk removal, that's not totally stable, because things are like boom, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not like a moving company where you could be booked for months on out because everyone's moving. Not everyone is always needing their trash picked up for them, okay? It's kind of a luxury service, and it's one of them things where commercial companies don't always need it. What they always using are dumpsters and other methods in order to get rid of trash. So, yeah, so take that in consideration, all right? So if you're gonna be jumping into this, it's very tough, because this business is tough, and you're gonna have to put in a lot of work and always be on your toes. And it could be very overwhelming at times, because you feel like you're not doing something right. You feel like maybe, you're not good enough, or you're not promoting enough, or you're not marketing enough. And it's not really it doesn't have to be that. It's really the market. That's how this market is. It's just that we make pretty good money in a short period of time, fast money in a short period of time. And it's really up to the business owner and operator to be able to manage that money and invest that money wisely, and be able to build something meaningful and get customers in. That way you stay having business, and you can reinvest your money within the business, and you gotta love it and everything like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm done talking. I will see you guys in the morning, and we will start our day. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All right, what's up, guys? Well, today is, I believe it's Wednesday morning. We're gonna go ahead and dump this container from yesterday. It has some bulk items in it. I have to go ahead and dump it, go put this dumpster on rent, and then focus on taking care of other things. The truck needs an oil change, I need to pay a citation, and I need to dump my trash trailers so I can put them up for sale. All right, well, it's a windy day, so gotta dump this dumpster right quick. All right, so we just finished dumping. We're about to head out of the landfill. I want to go ahead and talk about pricing by the load and things like that. So do not take my pricing and what I charge and take it into account for your business, because it's going to be a lot different in your area and everything like that. So you need to, in order to create your pricing for by the load and everything like that, and that way you can get a general idea of what you should be charging, it's going to be trial and error. So you're always going to have to be fixing and updating everything in your business, from your pricing, from your website, from everything. So when you start out, the best thing is to look at all the landfills in your area that you're going to be going to and figuring out each one of their pricing. When you're starting out, you don't need to go look for any of the permits or anything like that, because those are going to cost you money. And since you're starting out, you don't even know if you're going to make money or how things are going to turn out. So you need to go see what they're charging by the ton. And I will tell you this, you're going to be, for the most part, hauling under 2 tons. If you're just dealing with, household, debris and, construction debris. Just stay away from rock, dirt, anything heavy like that. Just don't do it. Don't touch it. Especially if you don't have the equipment. And so do your own research, okay? Do not take my pricing and put it as your own, because you can end up losing a lot of money, especially if your dump fees are high. My dump fees are pretty low in my area. So, but a good rule of thumb is every time you go to the landfill with a full load, you need to be profiting at least, I would say, close to 70 to 80%. Okay, so after your dump fees. So like if you did a job, right, a full load, and you charged $480, you want at least 80 of that, less than 100 of that should be going to your dump fees, depending on your dump fees. So you need to raise it if it's higher. Okay, so if your dump fees are like $200, then you need to, instead of charging $480, you need to be charging, like $600. That way you can make at least $400 off your full load. And that's, basically how it works, is you need to be able to make a profit after you're done dumping. All right, so here's a look at the rental drop. It's at an incline, so we're gonna have to be careful when dropping. All right, so we just dropped off that rental. I asked the customer, how they heard of us. I try to ask every customer that question. That way I get a general idea of, how they found us and see what's working as far as marketing. So Google ends up, always kind of being the top thing. If it's not Google, then it's a recommendation, or they found me on Facebook or on the paper. But mainly it's usually Google. But anyways, she called around because, like any other customer, they'll call around to see who's the cheapest or who do they want to work with. But in some cases, if they land on your website and they like your brand, they like the way you answer the phone, you're nice, you're helpful, they'll go over you even if you're more expensive. And that's what ended up happening with me. Is I asked her, how did they find us? She said on Google, and then she called, 2-3 other people, and either they never got back with her, or they were rude and they weren't helpful at all. And the pricing was basically, it wasn't upfront, so she didn't really know how much she was gonna spend. And she's a housewife who's staying at home, and they're in the process of moving, and she really wants to get rid of stuff in her house. So she'd rather want a dumpster. And I stayed on the phone with her, and I helped her through the whole process. I told her how big it was, went through the rates. I even lowered the rate a little bit for her, because she told me, she's basically on a budget and what kind of debris she was going to be throwing in there, and everything like that. So I was able to help her, stay on the phone with her. I even gave her the full service, general idea as far as pricing and the rental. And I even gave her options on what she could do to get rid of some of the items for free. She ended up calling me back. She called me like on a weekend, and she just called me back the other day and set up the rental. So be helpful, be nice, and even if a customer may not go with your service, still try to help them out in any way that you can. it'll really help you out. And yeah. All right, so now I'm in the same side of town. I have a rental that's coming off a rent, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. And we just had another job, a bulk item pickup call in, a washer. So washers, I charge $60 to $75 depending on the situation. So situations meaning, is the washer like in the garage? Is it inside? Is it in a 3rd story apartment? You know, you got to ask those questions. That way you get a general idea of what you're going to be picking up as far as what you're going to have to do to get it. But anyways, I'm about to pick up this dumpster rental and go from there. All right, so here's the look. It's about halfway full, really. So we'll still be able to use it for the next job and go from there. So I really like the Rolly skates. The only thing I don't like about them is that they're pretty expensive. So that's my first pair. Mainly I've been using boards to work out fine, but these make it a lot easier, as you can see. All right, so we just finished picking up that bulk item. It was a dryer. It was a returning customer who has used me in the past. She really, really loves our service. She follows my Facebook page. She recommends me to everyone that she knows. And those are your customers that you really want to take care of. And, you know, you want to build a community with your Facebook page and everything like that. And whenever you do create your business Facebook page, okay, go to Facebook and create a business Facebook page, not just a Facebook page. It needs to be a business Facebook page. But anyways, create a community, and whenever you post, you know, what it is that you're doing, say what's up to everyone, put yourself out there, and don't necessarily try to sell. Try to give value, and then sell, if that makes sense. But anyways, it's very windy today. I don't think I'm gonna dump trash trailers today because we're gonna have to hand unload everything when we're at the landfill. Dirt blows everywhere, and when you're hand unloading a trash trailer that's full, you're just getting hit in the face with just dirt, and it sucks. So I would like to dump them, but I could always wait another day. All right, so we dumped that dumpster. Now it's empty. I need to go ahead and finish putting the decals on this dumpster, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and we'll be back. All right, just finished lunch. So first things first, I gotta go ahead and wipe down this area once I can open this bottle. All right, so I'm about to finish up putting on the decals. So far it's going out okay. As you can see, I put a big crease right here. It's real windy. It's fresh. It's not really hot. It's kind of cold, fresh. So they're not sticking as good. So when it's hot outside, they stick really good. So we're having a little trouble getting the decals to want to stick, but once it sits for a day or two out in the sun, it should be all right. But I'm not sure what's going on as far as, I cleaned the surface, done everything that we did last time. Like the last time we did this one up here up front, and everything worked out just fine. And we literally just it had dirt and stuff on it. We just wiped it down and slapped it on real quick. Everything worked out. I don't know why it's being a pain right now. All right, guys. Well, just finished putting the decals on this dumpster, unit number 6. So here's how it turned out. Turned out pretty good. It's just the weather. It's a bit cool, so the decal didn't stick on as good as if it was hot. So it needs to sit and cure before I try washing it or something like that. And I took the Lone Star decal that was in the front. I took that one off, put the Rent Me sign over it, or I took it off, wiped it down. And then the Nationwide trailers, did the same thing, but it was a bit harder to take off. And even with taking it off, it like stained into the paint of the container. So I went ahead and got a grinder, and I grind off the Nationwide trailers emblem down, and then I hit it with some Rust-Oleum, and now you can't even tell it was there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as tomorrow, I have a rental coming off rent. But I'm gonna see if it's okay if I leave it there till Monday, because I have like 3 or 4 dumpsters coming off of rent on Monday. So I'm gonna see if this customer will let me leave the dumpster there. That way I don't have to worry about it until Monday. And then yeah, then we're doing the Halloween promotional deal this Sunday. And then tomorrow I need to focus on dumping equipment and stuff like that. It was really windy today. If it's windy tomorrow, then it doesn't matter. I need to get that done. And then I have 2 pickups to do, but they're for family, so I'm not charging them. It's just a favor that I'm doing. All right, well, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching my vlogs. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, please comment down below. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to keep up with my vlogs. I believe I'm on day 12. But anyways, I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all at the next one. Laters.